Hey everyone, how you doing? Welcome to Ottoman's Life. My name is Ali. Aside from being a fan of Lego, coffee, and being a self-confessed introvert, I'm also, is another passion of mine, I'm also a huge fan of video games. I remember clearly my first experience with video games was back in 1985, 86, I think it was. I was very young. And the first system was the Commodore 64. So you can guess now how old I am, right? And I remember very clearly it was my brother's birthday, and in his bedroom he had all his friends and cousins over, and the Commodore 64 was on. It was running some games, and everyone was going crazy, and I was little, and I begged him. I said, "Oh my God, I need to have a go. Please let me have a go." And being like a 5-6-year-old, they say, "Hey, get out of here." But I really wanted to have a chance to play this wonderful thing that was I could see on the TV screen. The game was actually playing on the Commodore 64 at the time was Impossible Mission.
Stay a while. Stay forever.
Stay a while. Stay forever. And if you're old enough, you know exactly how authentic that was, that impersonation. So anyway, they all relented, and I got my chance to do it. And remember, when you're around that age, you have no idea how to use this joystick there, you have no conception unless someone tells you. So everyone was shouting. I was in the elevator section of the game, and they said, "Hey, go up. And for a 5-6-year-old, what does that even mean? So I was like, with the joystick, I was like lifting the joystick up above my head and expecting something to happen. Obviously it didn't. I got booed, I got shouted. That experience lasted for about less than a minute, and then I was kicked out. But nonetheless, that experience, that fascination just became a huge passion for video games at that point. So I spent a large point of my youth, of my misspent youth, playing video games. I progressed onto the Amiga 500. We didn't get the consoles. We weren't allowed to. We had to get a computer. So the Amiga 500 was a computer, but I don't care what anyone says, it was an awesome gaming machine. And then when I became old enough, I worked and I saved up, and I got my first ever console, which was the PlayStation 1. I mean, this is the mini, but that was my first ever console. And then I became a PlayStation guy, I became a Sony guy, and then I subsequently got the PS2, PS3, PS4, not the PS5 yet. And this is the problem, and this is the thing, this is the crazy thing. As I was growing up, you start to become an adult. and things, priorities change. You study, you try and make a career, you have a family, you have friends, relationships, and different experience you want to do, like travel, etc. So those all took over a lot of the time, and so my time with video games was going smaller and smaller and smaller, to the point that I just didn't play them. But at the same time, and this is the crazy thing, I still bought the systems and I still bought the games, a lot of games, and I haven't touched them. So, to that end, I thought, because of the lockdown and the pandemic, probably one of the most positive things that came out of it was, I think a lot of people, like myself, found themselves with that gift of time. And of course, the wise people of using that gift of time was to play video games. But it was great to have that nostalgia trip and go back to it and just play some of these games. But now I've kind of, with my son now, he's old enough and starting his gaming journey as well. So we decided, let's do something together on this. And I started my little journey back into video games the past couple of years. And I thought I have to share with you some of the games I'm playing through my immense backlog that I have, and just share some of my thoughts on it and what I think of them, my opinions on how gaming has changed since I've been out of it for such a long time. I mean, I only recently got a PlayStation 4. I was completely out of it after the PlayStation 3. I mean, I missed, in essence, a decade almost a decade, just under a decade worth of gaming during that period of time. My knowledge is really low, but now I'm slowly getting into it and getting back and buying, you know, a bunch of PS4 games just to start building up that collection. Crazy, right? But I'm finding such great, interesting things, and seeing, since I've been kind of gaming since, I would say, the 3rd generation, and now we're moving into the 9th, I think, generation of gaming. A lot has changed, and I just find it absolutely fascinating. And also the games, oh, wow. So I wanted to share some of the games I've been playing. I'll try and be a little bit professional. Like, I got a video capture card, so it won't be just me holding the camera like this to the TV, although I might have to do that sometimes. I would like to ask you guys, I mean, what would you like to see? Because I'm a dad, you know, I'm in my, just started my 40s now, so I'm sure that I'm looking at a lot of my audience already who are a fan of Legos, and we're kind of the same age. We know we have families, we have this, we have all this. So, you know, being a backlog gamer dad, you know, this is the playlist that is going to be under. I'll be really interested to hear from all of you and say, hey Ali, maybe you could have a look at this, look at that, and present it in this way. I mean, it'll be really interesting to see what your thoughts are, and give us some ideas, guys. I'm happy to try anything, you know. My gaming backlog is largely PlayStation based. However, I've been messing around a lot with emulation, and you know, now we've got these, you know, these mini consoles. They become great emulation devices, you know. I know we got the PC to do that, but man, it's fun. It was fun tinkering around, trying to have a go at all that. So I've been now exploring the Super Nintendo, the Genesis, PC Engine. Oh my God, how amazing is that machine? So it was great to go back even further. I mean, I didn't have the games bought, but you know, having them through emulation is giving another kind of experience and understanding that history. So I'm going to try and explore all of that. But please let me know. Any suggestions would be really helpful. And I apologize if most of the stuff is you're here to watch me for is Lego. That will obviously still continue. But if you know, when I named this channel Art of Man's Life, it was all about this man's life, and Lego, video games, coffee, you know, professional things are all part of this man's life. So thanks for joining, thanks for watching. Take care of yourself and stay blessed, and I'll catch you soon. Peace and love.